do multiple choice question. These are the last ones. Test is going to finish so soon. We'll solve another one. Good. We'll solve two more tests. Sure. Okay. All right. Let's see. Questions 27 onwards. 5 multiple choice questions. And I tell you, if 2 minutes left in actual exam and you have all these questions, don't try to attempt them. Okay, I mean, you say, okay, you will look for answer of question number 27, time will be over. So the good idea is to write all answers as B's or C's, right? Not A's, because frequency of A is less. So if you write all your answer B's, one will be right. But if you answer all your answer C's, 2 answers will be right. So I mean, for example, they said 2 minutes left and you have 6 questions, you can't do it practically. And when they say candidate stop writing, drop your pen, you have to drop it, otherwise they will cancel your test. So for that emergency, all answers B or C. Okay, you can just see, make up your mind, B or C, B or C. C. Good. C, all C. Okay, but don't do this. First one A, second one B. Why B? Because first one is A and third one is C. Okay, not like this. Okay, all, I mean, if it is true, false, not given, all true or all false, because the ratio of not given. For example, questions 33 to 35, the ratio of not given is only one answer. And if you write all true, one will be right, all false, 2 will be right, and all that. Okay, now let's read the question. What point does Chester make? Throw Chester out of the window, yeah? What point does Chester make about Barr's book in the first paragraph? Now we will read first paragraph. Chester is going to make a point about Barr's book. So let's see. I'm reading first paragraph, first line. In Building the Skyline, Jason Barr takes the reader through a detailed history of New York City. The book combines, it means in the book you will find information about geology, history, economics. What does it mean? You will find information on geology, history and economics, and a lot of data to explain why business clusters developed, where they did. They means business clusters. Why they developed, where they did, and how early decisions of workers and all that. Now mainly focus geology, history, economics, and why business clusters developed. So option A, it gives a highly original explanation for urban development. Yes or no? No, leave it. Option B, elements of Barr's research papers are incorporated throughout the book. Why? They didn't mention. Don't hear it again. Somebody say, you say yes. Somebody say, no. You say no. Okay? Make up your own mind. Element of Barr's research papers are incorporated. In first paragraph, where do they talk about the elements of Barr's research papers are incorporated in it? There's no mention. C, other books that are available on the subject have taken a different approach. Have they talked about other books? Where? These are not. That the book combines means his book combines geology, history, economics. आप 5 लोग ना इकट्ठे ना बैठा करें, एक दूसरे का दिमाग खराब कर रहे हैं. ये जिसको सही भी आता है ना उसको भी दबा देती है, चुप कर, तेरा आंसर गलत है. Okay, so don't sit together. That cluster is very dangerous there. Anyways, now let's go on. Option D, it covers a range of factors. Now what are those range of factors? Geology, history, economics. Okay, so correct answer is, yeah, D. D for doctor. Question number 28. What? Correct answer is D. You didn't get it? You got it? Okay, it covers a range of factors that affected the development of New York. And by the way, the range of factors, what is that? Explain why business clusters developed. Factor number 1. Factor number 2, where they did. And factor number 3, how early decisions of workers and firms shape the skyline. So these are the range of factors, 3 factors. Okay, that is the answer. Let's go on. Question number 28. How does Chester respond to the information in the book about tenements? So, how does Chester answer the information in the book about tenements? Now, let's go on. Tenements. Information about tenements. Come to paragraph 3. Title page of the passage, third paragraph, third line after full stop. Got it? Okay, third paragraph, third line after full stop. Both chapters are informative and well researched and set the stage for the economic analysis that comes later in the book. I would have liked Barr to expand upon his claim that existing tenements prevented skyscrapers in certain neighborhoods. Now look here, very deep point you need to understand. The writer says, the reviewer says, I would have liked Barr to expand upon his claim. What was the claim? The claim was existing tenements. Now what are tenements? There is a star. Please come down. A tenement, a multi-occupancy building of any sort, but particularly a run-down apartment building or slum building. So tenement means old building. Right? They mentioned here tenement. Now, please focus. I would have liked Barr to expand upon his claim that existing tenements prevented skyscrapers. That there were tenements. Tenements means run-down buildings, old buildings, ugly buildings. So they actually stopped. So she says the claim was, what was the claim? The claim was existing tenements prevented skyscrapers. Now what does the reviewer say? Reviewer says, I would have liked Barr to expand upon his claim. He did not expand his claim. He only claimed, but he did not elaborate his claim. So the reviewer says, I would like him to expand on that, but he did not expand that tenements were responsible for existing tenements prevented skyscrapers. Now please come back. I recently visited Jeddah. In Jeddah, they are demolishing all the tenements. What are tenements? 5-story building, very shabby, very ugly, right? But people live there, so now they are demolishing all the buildings and they're going to make this new building, skyscrapers, 2030 vision of Saudi Arabia, right? So, anyways, now what does she say? He claimed that these tenements were responsible for the skyscrapers not to be built, but he did not elaborate on his claim. So, option A. How does Chester respond to the information in the book about tenements? Option A. She describes the reasons of Barr's interest. Yes or no? No. Option B. She indicates a potential problem with Barr's analysis. And what is that problem? The problem is he did not expand on that. Right? That is what the problem is. Barr to expand upon his claim. He did not expand on his claim, and that is the problem. Okay, so correct answer for question number 28 is option B. Now we read option C. She compares Barr's conclusion with that of other writers. No. Option D. She provides details about the sources Barr used for his research. No. So the problem is he did not expand his claim. If I claim something and then I elaborate that claim, that's okay. If I claim only but I do not elaborate my claim, elaborate mean to tell the reason for my claim. So option B will be the right answer. Again, remember you are discussing high level of English, advanced English. Okay, it's not thirsty crow, greedy dog English. It's high level English. Yeah. Question number 29. What does Chester, okay? What does Chester say about chapter 6 of the book? You know, when you are unable to solve the test is difficult, and again Chester, and all that. Okay, all right. What does Chester say about chapter 6 of the book. Now, chapter 6. Chapter 6. Second page, third paragraph, and chapter 6 is in fourth line. That is the location. What does Chester say about chapter 6 of the book? Now, I'm reading it from there. Third paragraph, second page, fourth line after full stop. Chapter 6 then presents data on building height throughout the 20th century and uses regression analysis to predict building construction, while less technical than the research paper. So, chapter 6 is less technical than the research paper on which the chapter is based. Now, please make your mind clear. You know, information about buildings can be very technical, but this chapter is less technical from the research paper which it is based on. It is probably more technical than would be preferred by a general audience. Now, what is general audience? If I don't know about geology and you give me a book and there are terminologies of geologists and all that, I will not understand, right? So the point is, focus this point, it means the chapter is probably more technical than would be preferred. Now, for example, a little technical audience can prefer that, but it is more technical than would be preferred by a general audience. What does it mean? Common people will not be able to understand these terminologies. Now, let's go back. What does Chester say about chapter 6 of the book? Option A, it contains conflicting data. Data is mentioned, conflicting is not mentioned. Option B, it focuses too much on possible trends, not mentioned. Now 50-50. Option C, it is too specialized for most readers. Readers is audience and too specialized is too technical. So correct answer is option C. And option D, it draws on research that is out of date, not mentioned. So it is too specialized for most readers, and for too specialized they use the word, while less technical than the research paper, it is probably more technical than would be preferred by a general audience. And general audience means most readers. Question number 30. What does Chester suggest about the chapters focusing on 1920s building boom? Now look for 1920s building boom. Where do they mention 1920s building boom? Second last paragraph. And what's the question? What does Chester suggest about the chapters focusing? So what does, okay, suggest. Suggest means recommendation. So I'm reading second last paragraph. Chapters 8 and 9 focus on birth of Midtown and the building boom of 1920s. Chapter 8 contains lengthy discussions of urban economic theory that may serve as a distraction. So chapter 8 is a distraction to readers primarily interested in New York. So if readers are interested in New York, chapter 8 is a distraction for them. Distraction means chapter 8 is about some other topic. It's not about buildings in New York. Okay, that's what they say. Now let's come back. All right, option A, information should have been organized differently. They are not talking about the organization. They are saying it distracts. So it's not A. B, more facts are needed about the way construction was financed. No. Option C, explanation that is given for the building boom is unlikely. Okay, very good. Option D, some parts will have limited appeal to certain people. Okay, correct answer is D. I tell you why, don't worry. Some parts will have limited appeal to certain people. Come back. Come back. Okay? Certain people. Certain people means readers primarily interested in New York. Readers primarily interested in New York means certain people. And what are some parts? Chapter 8. And as they say, chapter 8 contains lengthy discussions of urban economic theory. So chapter 8 describes theory that may serve as a distraction to readers primarily interested in New York. So chapter 8 is not about that. So some parts will have limited appeal to certain people. Okay, and some parts mean chapter 8. Limited appeal means those who want to know about New York, and certain people means the people who want to know about New York. Question number 31. What impresses Chester the most about chapter on land values? Now something impresses Chester about chapter on land value. Okay, last paragraph, land value. Last paragraph, please. In the final chapter, chapter 10, Barr discusses another of his empirical papers that estimates Manhattan land values from the mid 19th century to the present day. The data work that went into these estimations is particularly impressive. Now, what is the question? The question is, what impresses Chester? So, what is impressing Chester? Data work. Data work, and then they say Barr assesses whether skyscrapers are a cause or an effect and all that. Now, come back. Option A, broad time period that is covered. No. What impressed Chester was the data. Option B, interesting questions that Barr asks. No. Option C, nature of the research into the topic. Alright. Option D, recommendations Barr makes for the future. Not at all. So, correct answer is option C, nature of the research into the topic. And what is the nature of the research? The data work. Data work that went into these estimations is particularly impressive. Okay, that's it. So correct answer is option C. Yes, 30D, 29C, 28B, and 27D. Okay.